Hello students, a warm welcome to all of you at AriserTalent. How are you all? I hope all of you are doing amazing. So, AriserTalent is actually an e-learning platform where you can get the video lectures recorded by the expert faculty of the Kota team. So, in this complete package, you will get the study material and the content of JEE, NEET, NTSE and CBSE along with the solutions of the problem you are searching for. Apart from it, we are also provided with the test series and the sample papers, and we also have a doubt section in which you can comment your doubt and we will provide you your solution of your problem within 24 hours. So what you have to do, you have to just subscribe our channel, press the bell icon and get more amazing videos like this. So just subscribe our channel. So we have started with the physics and we are on the third chapter, that is light, reflection and refraction. So in our previous lecture, we have a discussion about the types of the reflection and the types of the images, and we have seen that we have the two kinds of images, that is the real one and the virtual one. So real image is the image we can obtain on the screen, but the virtual image we are not getting on the screen. And real image is actually formed when the rays are converging at the point, and virtual image when the rays are diverging or it appears to converge at the point. So in case of the real image, the image form is always inverted, and in case of the virtual one, we will get the image that will be erect. So this is the things about the real and virtual image we have discussed previously, but in our today's lecture, we are going to discuss again about a very interesting topic, that is about the plane mirrors. So let's begin the topic with the plane mirrors here. Plane mirrors. Now, what actually are the plane mirrors? Plane mirrors are those mirrors which have at least one reflective surface, and in that kind of the mirrors, again the angle of incidence will be going to equal to the angle of reflection. The mirrors we are having for just looking at our face, it means the mirrors that are installed in our almirah, and the mirrors we are using for the reflecting surfaces, these are our plane mirrors. So plane mirrors are actually the mirrors which have one reflecting surface. With one reflective surface, and in this kind of mirror, angle of incidence is always equal to angle of reflection. So simply the looking mirrors we have in our homes are our plane mirrors. So this is the plane mirrors. Now what we have to determine, how the image will be formed in case of the plane mirror and what are the basic characteristics of the plane mirror. So let's discuss about the image formed by the plane mirror. We have to determine the image formed by the plane mirror. What I am assuming, I am simply assuming that I have this polished mirror. Now in this mirror, just take here the plane mirror we have. This is the mirror we have. Now what will happen in this case, a ray will be striking the surface, it will reflect back in the same medium, and it is going to form the normal here. This is the thing we have seen in case of the mirrors. Now I am assuming that an object is placed here. This is our object. In this picture we have, this is plane mirror. This we are considering here is our object. So I am naming it as a AB. Now this is our point O. This is our incident ray. This is our incident ray. So I can name it as a incident ray. What is this? This part I am naming it as a C, and this will be our reflected ray. This will be our reflected ray, and if I am going to name it like this, and this will be our normal. This will be our normal, you can see here. Now this angle of incidence will be going to be equal with that of the angle of reflection. This is our angle of incidence and this is our angle of reflection we have. And this is the image, that is the inverted one we are getting here. So this is the image we are getting here. And this image I am naming it as a D. So this is our object and this is the image we are getting here. So this is the diagram which is representing the how the image is formed by the plane mirror. Now in this case, what we want to conclude, we have to determine that the image formed is as the same size as that of the object, and it is forming at the same distance where the object is placed. So the object is placed here and we can see that the image is forming here in the inverted position. Now you can see here the angle of incidence will be equal to angle of reflection, and this is in according with the law of the reflection. So first point I am writing here that angle I will be equal to angle R, and this is in accordance with the law of reflection. This is our law of reflection. Now second thing, if I am naming this angle as a angle number 1, I am naming this angle as angle number 2, this is our angle number 3 and this is our angle number 4. So I am naming these angle as 1, 2, 3, 4. So in this diagram you can see that if I am assuming that these two lines are parallel to each other and this transversal is cutting it in this angle. So these two lines are parallel and this is our transversal. You can assume here like this. This is according with the law of in maths we have discussed this law. So this is the two lines that are parallel to each other and this transversal is cutting them. So this is the line we have. So I can conclude that if these are two parallel rays, in this case we have alternate interior angles are equal. So which are the alternate interior angle in this case? Angle 1 and angle I are our alternate interior angle, because these two are parallel and this is I am assuming that it is transversal. So I can write here, this is our first equation. In second equation I can simply write angle 1 is equal to angle I and this is alternate interior angles. Now again we are seeing here that if these two rays are parallel and this transversal is cutting them, you can see that angle 2 will be equal to angle R and this will be our corresponding angles. You can see here that this is the two parallel lines and this is the transversal cutting it. So this angle must be equal to this angle. So I can write here that angle 2 equal to angle R. And what is the reason behind that? That these are our corresponding angles. These are corresponding angles. So these are the three conclusions we can draw from this picture. Now you can see that this is equation number 1, 2 and 3, and from this 1 to 3 I am getting that if I is equal to R, then angle 1 will be equal to angle 2. So we can write that from 1, 2 and 3 angle 1 will be equal to angle 2. So this is the first conclusion we have derived from here, that angle 1 will be equal to angle 2. Now you can see that in this triangle we have triangle AOB and BOD. If I am considering here the two triangles, that this is triangle AOB and this is triangle BOD. So in triangle AOB and triangle BOD, what you can see here, angle 1 will be equal to angle 2, that we have proved earlier. Secondly, I also say that AO will be equal to DO. Why it is so? Because the sides opposite to equal angles will be equal. Sides opposite to the equal angles of a triangle will be equal. So one more point we can conclude from here, that AO will be equal to OD, and one thing that is common between them is OB. So you can see that this thing from here. So this is angle 1 equal to angle 2. This is angle 3 equal to angle 4, because these are the right angles we have. And this AO is equal to OD, and this thing is common between them. So we can also write one point here, that OA will be equal to OD. And this is the reason that sides opposite to the equal sides of angles opposite to the equal sides of a triangle are equal. So in the case of the sides too. So this is the thing we have derived from here. Now if I am writing here that this is my right angle, so I can say that angle ABO will be equal to angle DBO. So first point I am writing here, angle ABO will be equal to angle DBO, and what is this conclusion? This is the conclusion that we have right angles here. These are our right angles. Now you can see that this part is common among them. So I can write OB will be equal to OB, and it is our base. So I am writing here OB equal to OB, and it is our common base. Now the third thing you can see from here, OA equal to OD, we have proved there. OA equal to OD, and we are saying it is a hypotenuse we have. So if I am applying the conditions of the congruence here, I can say that by RHS rule, triangle ABO will be congruent to triangle DBO or BOD we can say. So this thing I am writing here, by RHS rule, this triangle must be congruent to this part. So we can say that triangle ABO will be congruent to triangle DBO. So this is the condition we have derived from here, that ABO will be equal to DBO. Now if these two triangles are congruent, then by CPCT we can say that AB will be equal to BD. What is CPCT? It may be when the two triangles are congruent, then their corresponding parts will be equal to each other. So if triangle ABO is congruent to triangle DBO, I can say that AB will be equal to BD. So AB will be equal to BD, and this is in accordance with CPCT. This is CPCT. If AB and BD are equal, so what we are getting here? We are getting here that the image formed by the plane mirror is of the same size of the object, and it is the same distance as the object is placed. So this expression is a proof of two properties of the plane mirror, that the image formed by plane mirror is of the same size of that of the object, and it is formed at the same distance as the object is placed. So if AB equal to BD, by proving this congruence condition, we have arrived at the two main properties of the plane mirror. So just follow this diagram and just copy this part. So this derivation has been cleared to you. So just copy this part from here. Now this is about the derivation regarding the plane mirror. now we are going to discuss about the important characteristics or the properties of the plane mirror. Now, this is again a very important topic you have, that what are the properties of the plane mirror, and this question has been directly asked in your exam, that write the properties of the plane mirror. So, one important property of the plane mirror we have seen here, that the image formed is as of the same size of the object. If you are taking the object as a 10 centimeter height, then the image formed there will be also of that 10 centimeter. So, what is the first point I can conclude from here? Image formed is as same size as that of object. Second point, you can see that the image formed is that at the same exact distance where the object is placed. If you are placing the object as 5 centimeter away from the mirror, then the image will be formed exactly behind the mirror at the distance of 5 centimeter. It means the distance between the object and distance between the image will be exactly same. So, we can say that the distance at which image is formed is exactly same as that of object. Now, the third point is the image formed in case of the plane mirror is laterally inverted. We have seen in the diagram, we are just getting the laterally inverted image here. So, the third point is image is laterally inverted. So, the first point is image is same size of the object, image will be formed at the same distance as that of the object, and the image is laterally inverted. So, next characteristic we have about the properties of the plane mirror is the image formed by plane mirror is erect and the image formed by plane mirror is virtual. So, you can see that these are the properties of the plane mirror, or we can also say that these are the characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirror. So, we can also write here that these are actually the characteristics of image. So, these properties or characteristics can be asked in two ways we have. Now, let us do a quick revision again, that the plane mirror image is formed as exactly as that of the same size of the object. The image is formed at the same distance as the object is placed. Third, the image is laterally inverted. It means the left is going to be appear right and right will going to be appear as left. The image formed is erect and the image form is virtual. So, these are the some of the characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirror we have. So, this is again a very important theoretical question from this chapter. So this can be important from your CBSE point of view. Now, let us discuss about the two important phenomena that are related to the plane mirrors, and these two phenomena are lateral inversion and we have multiple reflection. So let's discuss these two important activities we have. Now, in case of the plane mirrors, we have actually two important phenomena, that is lateral inversion and the second one is multiple reflection. Now, what are these two important phenomena? Let's discuss here. Firstly, lateral inversion. Now, what is lateral inversion? Just imagine a case that you are standing in front of the mirror that is attached to your almirah. Now, if I am standing in the front of the mirror, what I will get my erect image. It means the head is in the upward direction and the feet is in downward direction. I am getting the same image as I am observing. But what will happen in case of the plane mirror if you are moving your left hand? So, this left hand will going to be appear right in the image and right hand will going to be appear in the left side of the image. Similarly, if I am taking any printed page and I am going to take it in the mirror side, then what you will see in the mirror? You can see that in the mirror the letters are just inverted. You will get the letters just inverted. So it means when the left side of the object appears the right side in the image and the right side of the object appears left in the image, we can say that this whole concept is known as the lateral inversion. So, when left side of object appears right and right side appears left, it is called lateral inversion. So this thing will be called lateral inversion. It means left will appear in right and right will appear in left. Suppose I am assuming that a mirror is placed here and I am writing here the letter R. Now, if I am placing the mirror in between them, you can see that this R will be going to appear like this. This R can be seen like this. So this concept we can call it as a lateral inversion. Inversion means it is just inverted or opposite. It means this left and this right, it is going to be appear in the mirror like this. So we can say that these two letters are laterally inverted. Similarly, in the case you have observed that when you are reading the word ambulance you have seen in the vehicle, that ambulance, if you are going to read it from the inside, you can see that this will be just opposite letters you are getting here. So in case of the ambulance, we will also get the just inverted letters. So there also a concept of lateral inversion is applied. So in this picture, in this diagram, you can see that the left of an object appears to be right and the right of an object appears to be the left, and this is the lateral inversion. Now, apart from this first phenomena, we have one again phenomena, that is multiple reflection. This is the same case you have observed so many times. We can get, when the one mirror is placed, we can get the multiple images of the object. This is the thing we have seen in many malls, or we can see that in many type of the trials room we have in the malls or the shopping complexes. We can see the multiple images of our object or ourselves. So, in case of the multiple reflection, we will get the multiple images, but what is the condition for this? The mirror should be kept perpendicular to each other. So, what will happen in case of the multiple reflection? Suppose this is the concept. Now, what you have done, you have just taken the two mirrors and you have placed these mirrors perpendicular to each other. So, you can analyze or visualize this diagram in a 3D, that if you place these two mirrors perpendicular to each other, you can see that you will get the multiple reflections in the other mirror. But condition is that these two mirrors will be perpendicular to each other, and if you are using two mirrors, here, you will get exactly the 3 images in the other side. So, if we have 2 mirrors, how many images we are getting here? We will get here the 3 images. But the condition is that these 2 will be placed perpendicular to each other. So, this will be termed as a multiple reflection, as the rays are reflecting many times and we are getting the multiple images here. So, these are the 2 important phenomena that is related to our concept plane mirror, that is lateral inversion and multiple reflection. So, in our today's lecture, we have dealt about the plane mirror and the characteristics of the image formed by the plane mirror. So, this lecture is over here. We will deal with many more concepts in our next lecture. Thank you so much and have a wonderful day.